What's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is Jasmine, and this is Jazzy Does It, where we DIY things on a regular. Please don't mind that tape up there, too. I mean, it's a work in progress. It is. It really is a work in progress. But I promise that it's going to get done. You may be wondering why I gathered you all here today. It is something to do with this dresser that's right there that I love. It came out so good. But I had so many questions about what do I do if my dresser drawers are flat faced? They don't have any molding to catch resin on the side. So you put your crushed mirror glass on, you put your resin on top. Now your resin's gonna fall off the sides. What are you supposed to do with that? Well, that's why I'm here. I'm here to be your brain when you can't figure these things out, because I thought the same thing. What am I supposed to do if my drawers don't have any molding? Well, here's a desk that I'm doing with no molding. Molding. You can buy this molding from Lowe's or Home Depot and stick it right on the front of your drawers. But let's get a whole picture in here. Oh, yes. FYI, I did make this mirror too. But this video is not about the mirror. I will post a link to the video that I used to make this mirror. But it's about this right here. This part right here. Let's cue some angelic music, okay? Angelic music here. So in addition to everything that we use to make that dresser, what else do you need? Molding. Caulking. Construction adhesive. The caulking that I used was called White Lightning. It was $2.36, and the construction adhesive that I used was this Gorilla Glue. I also used Loctite too, but I ran out of it, so then I bought some of this. You can use wood glue too, because it is wood molding on a wood dresser or desk is what I use. Oh yeah, you're gonna need a saw too. I mean, yeah. I used a miter saw. They sell them at Lowe's. I think it was like $12. So nothing too expensive. Nothing too expensive. Oh, the top part of the desk / vanity is contact paper. And you know how we do. Let's get into this video of this vanity. Ooh, look at it. Look at it. Look at the sparkles. You ready? Sparkles. So again, the first thing that I did was sand this desk down. You just want to get that top layer of shine off so that your paint and primer can adhere to the surface. Now I'm just measuring my drawer, the width and the length, so that way I know how short or long to cut my molding strips. Let me give a shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your support. And if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome to Jazzy Does It. And I hope that you enjoy everything that I can do for you guys. Now I'm using my miter saw. A miter saw is actually just a hand saw, and it comes with this little box right here. So that way you cut straight lines or 45-degree angles correctly. Now I'm just measuring the size of the drawer again. Always remember to measure twice, cut once. You always want to make sure that your measurements are correct the first time. Now I'm just showing you where it is that you're going to make those 45-degree cuts, because you want your corners to mesh up like the corners of a drawer. Also, make sure that you're putting your molding in the correct direction with the fat pieces on the outside. Now you're going to use the different slots to make that 45-degree angle right at the corners of each one of your molding strips. Now you're just going to spread on that construction adhesive. I used a putty knife for mine because my caulking gun actually broke. So just do whatever works, just to get that glue on those molding strips. When all of your strips are down, you're going to want to just go ahead and wipe off all that excess glue, because it does dry kind of thick and you don't want to have to paint over top of that. Now I'm just using some acrylic caulking and just using a card to kind of wipe the excess off. You just want it to be a smooth surface. I actually stopped using the card eventually because it just took too long and used my finger. I would suggest if you use your finger, put gloves on, because it took me like 2 days to get all that caulking off of my hands. Now I'm just filling in those cracks on the side of the molding where they join together. It's really important that you try to fill in all the cracks because you don't want your resin to seep through the sides of your drawers when it's in that liquid state. When everything's all dry, you're just gonna lightly sand some of that excess residue from the caulking and from the construction adhesive. You just want a really smooth surface when you're going to paint and prime everything. Here's the primer that I used. It's the same primer that I used for my dresser. Nothing fancy, just a water-based primer. Here's the paint that I used. I went back to using Rust-Oleum, but this time I got the color Champagne because I wanted a gold accented desk. And here's what it looks like painted. I painted it with about probably 3 coats of paint. These are the crush mirror glasses that I purchased. I got one in peach and one in pale gold, and I mixed them together. I also only used about 3 bags total. So if you remember in the last video, I used green painter's tape and I said you should probably use box tape instead. So this is me using the box tape and it came out perfect. I didn't have to drill any holes in the resin after it was dry. This worked great. I used a wooden dowel and I wrapped it around the wood backwards so that the sticky side was on the outside. You're also going to make sure that you get the correct size wooden dowel. I got this one from Michael's. It comes in multiple sizes and widths. I got the 3/16 inch wooden dowel. It fits in my drawer holes perfectly. Now on the back side, what you're going to do is just kind of fold those tape pieces back and take a piece of painter's tape and just cover that hole up just in case any resin does seep through. You don't want it to fill the holes up or drip down through the back part of the drawer. Now I'm just Mod Podging the face of each drawer and mixing my crushed mirror glass together in a bowl, and I'm just going to spread it out on top of the Mod Podge. And here are my freshly crushed mirror glassed drawer fronts. I think they look so pretty, even just like that. Now we're back to using resin again. I will go through the process one more time, even if you haven't seen my dresser video. I will tell you exactly what you need to do. All you have to do is take 2 clean empty cups. I think these ones are 9-ounce cups. And you're also going to need 1 large cup, and I think that is an 18-ounce cup. So what you're going to do is you're going to mix part A and part B into that large cup, and they are a 1-to-1 ratio. You have to make sure that each cup has the exact same amount. So I'm using that first line, and I'm going to pour that part of the resin into 1 cup, and then I'm going to use the second cup and put it at the same exact line. Now we're just going to mix them both together, and you are going to mix this resin together for 5 minutes. Now I'm just pouring on my resin. I used probably about half a cup for each drawer front for this project, so it was significantly less resin than actually doing a dresser. So I did end up using my heat gun for this project as well. It's also very important to get those air bubbles out. You can use a heat gun. I heard that you can use a butane lighter, but you cannot use a blow dryer. A blow dryer does not get hot enough, and it also uses too much wind. Now I'm just cutting that excess tape with some clippers. It came out perfectly using the tape instead of having to drill a hole, and I'm just so happy that it was one less step that I would have to do in completing this. These are the drawer pulls that I purchased for this project, and I'm gonna go ahead and put those on the desk now. Now that my drawer pulls are on, I'm just putting something heavy on top of that contact paper so that way it doesn't move while I'm trying to line it up and make sure that everything is where it needs to be. And here's the final look. I think it came out great with the contact paper and everything that we used. I hope that you can incorporate some of these ideas into a DIY project of your own, especially if you have a flat front face dresser, drawer, desk, vanity, anything that you're trying to do. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Follow me on Instagram too if you have any questions, because YouTube doesn't have an inbox anymore. I don't know how long it's been since YouTube had an inbox, but anyways, my Instagram is Jazzy, JAZZI _does_it_DIY. And also, keep those comments coming. I try to answer everyone's questions in a timely manner. Timely meaning in less than a day. I mean, sometimes it's less than 15 minutes. I keep my notifications on all the time. So ask me anything and I'll try and help you in any way that I possibly can.